so happy, my hair so nappy, had an afro.
What's going on, Gooners? This is my preview of Arsenal versus Brighton on Saturday at 12:30 lunchtime. But let's firstly talk about the most pressing needs. Well, I'll go firstly into the new Champions League format, and then I'll talk about a few transfers. Then we'll go into the game on Saturday. So firstly, the Champions League draw and a new format with the new model will be absolutely deserving of the winners, I think. It's a little bit like tennis, where clubs will be seeded for the knockout stages of the tournament. So that means of the last 16 remaining, the two top teams cannot play each other until the final. So therefore, there will be a new phase that has replaced the traditional group stage. So all 36 teams will now be in one league, which is kind of what they wanted all along, right? In regards to the Super League. Each side will play 8 matches, 4 home and 4 away. And the 36 are split into 4 pots, depending on their UEFA ranking. Now, every team will play 2 ranking sides from each of the 4 pots, regardless of their ranking. So the top 8 seeds for the knockout format will be decided by the league position of the table. While the top teams that finish 9th to 24th will contest in 2 more matches in a playoff knockout round. The teams that finish 25th and below will be eliminated from Europe, with no possible route down to the Europa League. And I like that. It always rubbed me the wrong way when you got these big time teams coming into the Europa picking up the trophy, which kind of knocked out the sales from the other teams. I really didn't think that was right. But the draw will also be made by a computer, honestly, because it's so complex. Meaning, for me, there'll be some questions about the honest nature of the system now. But look, I'm not worried about that. England have 4 automatic qualifiers into the 36 Champions League format in City, Arsenal, Liverpool and Aston Villa. Now, the clubs from the same country cannot play each other in the opening league stage. But Liverpool could play Aston Villa in the round of the last 16. Of course, in past seasons, country protection remained in place until the quarterfinals. So guys, this format is here to stay, and I said that it was because of the threat of the Super League, where teams wanted to break away to earn more money. But in this format, Arsenal will now play 8 games instead of 6, which means that there's more revenue for 2 more games, more matchday tickets, more concessions, buying beer, burgers and matchday programs, giving the teams a means to more cash in this new format. So my thoughts is that I think that this will be a massive free-for-all in the final day, when all 18 teams will be playing simultaneously. It will kind of be like on the last day of the Premier League. The positions will keep on changing every time a goal goes in. And that's the kind of drama that UEFA are going with. They want it to play out like the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals. So the challenge is the loser goes home in sudden death. And it should be a good way to shake up the meta. I'm kind of okay with that. Arsenal, though, their 8 fixtures will be PSG at home, Inter Milan away, Shakhtar at home, Atalanta away, Dynamo Zagreb at home, Sporting away, Monaco at home, and Girona away. That would be Arsenal's schedule for the Champions League. I can't wait, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's talk transfers. Chelsea, guys, want to get rid of Raheem Sterling on a permanent deal. But however, Arsenal, as well as other clubs, are not interested in paying a fee. So this means that Chelsea would have to terminate his contract, meaning he'll go for nothing. This, of course, will hurt Chelsea's financial play. But it would be good for the other teams because he can have a fresh start. Now, Arsenal, they are interested. They have already spoken to his agent today, and Sterling would be willing to take a big pay cut to join Arsenal. And he's already said that he'll be up for what Arsenal are offering. So right now, I think that is going to be his pole position choice. So we'll have to wait and see if Chelsea are willing to terminate his contract. But Arsenal have submitted a package worth 20 million, including add-ons, for Garcia. The goalkeeper has been a big fan of Arsenal's ever since the Olympics. However, Espanyol are insisting on the goalkeeper's 30 million euros release clause, and they won't drop the price. This creates a problem because Aaron Ramsdale's fee to Southampton is a done deal. There's 25 million including add-ons. and they agreed the medical test. So right now, he's a new Southampton player today. But the 25 million there would only facilitate the 30 million release clause. And I think Arsenal really don't want to get in a situation where Ramsdale's money is exactly the same money as what they bring in Garcia in. I know he's unhappy, and if he is, then you've got to let him go, fair enough. But I would expect them to at least earn a little bit of money from this deal, because Ramsdale is worth a lot more than what we sold him for. And I think that Garcia is probably worth a little less than what Espanyol are asking. So we'll have to see how that one plays out. As you guys know, Nketiah's deal is already done. He did his medical at Crystal Palace. So right now, as the last days are approaching, there's interest in Coman from Bayern Munich. There's interest in Sterling from Chelsea. Victor Gyökeres has already agreed personal terms, but if that fee doesn't go down, then he'll stay a Sporting player. And then Ivan Toney's agent even came back and spoke to Arsenal today, so that may be something which is on the table. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, Arsenal face Brighton. Both teams will put their 100% record on the line. David Raya, as we know, has produced back-to-back man of the matches this season in what's been one of the strongest starts by an Arsenal goalie in a season. Last week, he had one of the best saves ever seen in the Premier League. Had it not been for the 3 saves in week 1 and the 2 saves last week against Villa, Arsenal have 2 clean sheets and are just one of 4 sides to boast 6 points from 2 games this season. Now, Brighton sent Erik ten Hag's Man United packing home with a late winner last week. And they're looking to get a result because in the last 7 away games to London teams, they couldn't win last season. And the season before that, though, when Arsenal capitulated on a title run, Brighton beat the Gunners in a devastating 3-0 blow at the Emirates. Yeah, I was there. That one really hurt. And City was confirmed champions a week after when Arsenal lost to Forest. But for this game, Gabriel Jesus, he has sustained a groin injury in training, but he should be out for at least 10 more days. And Tomiyasu, who's got a knee problem, and Kieran Tierney, hamstring. God, Kieran Tierney's still at the club. Both are still 3 weeks away. But we could see a debut from Mikel Moreno, who was finally confirmed this week following weeks and weeks of negotiations. But for me, Partey's played well enough. He's been one of our top creators and he scored last week. So if anyone gets dropped for me, it's Declan Rice, who has not been on his best form. But I doubt that that will happen. I think Moreno will come off the bench and probably joining him should be Martinelli, because Trossard's done everything right to start against his old club. And I'd be shocked if Trossard didn't start in this game. For Brighton, new signing Matt OReilly was forced off after just 9 minutes into his debut against Crawley last week. And that was with an ankle injury. He'll join Solly March on the sidelines, while Gruder and Matt Swerfer's knocks will be assessed later on this week. Evan Ferguson was back on the bench in the midweek following an ankle concern, but the 19-year-old is probably unlikely to displace Danny Welbeck. And Welbeck is killing it right now. He's aiming to score in 3 straight Premier League games. But for me, guys, I'm going with an Arsenal 3-0 home win. I think Brighton will turn up, they'll play well, they'll hold strong and put up a good fight. But the Gunners are just an immovable object right now and should make it 3 wins in a row to continue their perfect start of the season. My starting 11, guys, I'm going for Ray in goal, Ben White, Saliba, Timber. I'm going with Partey, Odegaard. I would start Moreno, but I think that he's going to go with Rice. And then I would go with Saka and Trossard on the wings and Havertz in the middle. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are on the week's game to come and your predictions. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Peace out, guys.
We made it this far, so I can't complain. Let's take a trip down memory lane.